Hi everyone, this is Christy from Christy's Beautiful Life, and I'm here with yet another process video. I'm hoping this one turns out for everyone's viewing pleasure. Today I am inspired by Jen Schow when she did her 6x6 Paper Love series, and she did this with, she took the pad and cut a couple of the pattern papers in half, and they created the triangles. And then she put them back together to make a box in the middle. And I loved it. I think it might have been my favorite video of her entire series. So I wanted to just take that inspiration and run with it in my own way. I decided to use the paper pad collection from Jen Hatfield, and I believe it's called Homemade. I do think that this is one of her first lines, and she created it for Pebbles. So I believe that's where it's at. But the collection itself has these great like coral and the teal, aqua color, and the yellow, and those are kind of my favorite colors when it comes to collections, and there's gray and black. So I really love it. It's a great collection, and so I wanted to use that. So I chose my pattern paper first, and then I did stitch along each of like the outside of each of the pattern paper, just the paper. I didn't connect it to the background paper, because I am going to add hidden journaling, and I wasn't exactly sure where that was going to go yet, so I didn't want to stitch something down and then regret that I couldn't stick something underneath it. So I didn't actually stitch it to the page, but that's okay. I do decide that I'm going to add a tab because, once again, I'm doing hidden journaling, so I chose this gold foil tab because who doesn't want gold on their layout nowadays, right? So I chose that, and I will then add a couple more elements of gold to tie that all in. And you will see that I actually end up flipping my the piece of Project Life card that I use. I end up flipping it on its side, so you will see that a little bit later. Next, I am deciding on which photo I want to use, and I decide to use this photo. I don't know if I show you the other ones I was thinking of or not. No, I don't think so. This photo is about Jackson is in the foreground, just having a nap. He was teething at the time and not feeling very well, and Sean is on the couch. I believe we're just watching TV, but I just kind of wanted to document what sometimes our Sundays are like. They're lazy, and we don't do a whole lot. It's just the way our life is, so I just kind of wanted to document that. And I used, for the title, the American Crafts, and Amy Tan also creates them. They're the remarks. They're almost see-through. They're really cool. So I did that, and then Sunday is with some chipboard letters, and I'm not quite sure what the collection is, but they are a very pretty light teal aqua color. You then also see that I use some white paper bag, and that was excuse me, was at the I picked up a prescription for Jackson when he had a cold the other week, so I just kept that, and so I've just used it as a layering piece, and I think it looks really good, and it's tying in the white at the top. Up there, that piece of pattern paper is white base, so it ties in the white, and I really like that. And then the background paper is actually from a Christmas collection. It's the B side of it. And though I love the A side, it's this really pretty teal snowflake. I had two sets of it, so I decided that not to hoard my paper. I'm trying so hard not to hoard everything that I love and to use it up. So that's why I've used this one, and I really like it. It's a very subtle chevron, although it is not white based, it's cream based. So I'm trying to do this adding white and cream together to see how it looks. I'm pretty happy with the way it turned out. I wasn't sure, but I like how it looks. I also add an additional Sunday, and this is just a little piece of ephemera I had, and it's not really because I need to document the fact that it's Sunday again, but I wanted to make a little cluster at the top, and that fit really well, and it helped to tie in with the white, so I chose that there. And then I also chose that piece of vellum that is colored with yellow, and I just wanted the very top of the tick, so I trimmed that, and I kept the other piece, and I will use that other piece of vellum for another project down the road. So I love that. And then very at the bottom, you see me kind of playing around right now. That wood veneer I've had for quite a while. Actually, it's been in my stash, and its title, what it says is just another week, because sometimes this is really the way our weeks go. And I've been wanting to use that wood veneer for a really long time and just haven't figured out how. So I was excited to get that onto the layout as well. And I then decided that because there's gold foil on the tab, that I needed to add some more gold in other places. So I chose that paper clip, and it's of a house, which we're at home, so I thought that was appropriate. And of course it's gold, so that's my second piece of gold there for you. I also add the little banners, and I like, or their flags, sorry. But I really like those two. They just kind of looked good there, so that's why I decided to place them there. And I put one of them's just right down on the pattern paper, and the other one is popped up on pop dots for a bit of dimension there. And then you will see me add my last piece of gold, and this is just some washi I had, and I just tuck it underneath that aqua piece of pattern paper, so half of it's underneath it and half of it's sticking out, and it's just one of those things that you just kind of notice there. So I really like that. But let me talk a little bit more about my picture. I love this picture. I don't know what it is, but I don't know if it's just because Jackson looks so sweet sleeping there. I don't know, but there's something about this picture that I'm so drawn to it, and I've been wanting to scrap this for a long time, but not sure how I wanted to incorporate the story. I originally was thinking of maybe doing the layout based upon journaling about their relationship, but this picture isn't really showing their relationship. It's just, I don't know. I'm not sure, but I love this picture. I have to say, this was taken at the beginning of this year in February, and it could be like my favorite picture I've taken all year so far. I just really like it. So I'm happy to get it scrapped. So now what you're seeing is I'm just adding a few more embellishments at the top, and I added a little banner in the teal to tie in. Although it's a different shade of teal, it's still, to me, with that white piece of pattern paper, there's a bunch of different colors, so I'm kind of tying that in there. I also add another piece of wood veneer, and I did that because of the fact that the wood veneer is at the bottom, so I just tried to add at least one more piece, and that's just a little simple heart that I had there. And then, of course, you have to put string through your tag, so I realized that, and so I just had this piece of scrap string that I have no idea what it was from, and it's not from my collection, so it must have been something we bought, like a pair of shoes or something, and I just happened to have it on my table. So I used that there, and you're going to see me add my last piece of white. So I was going to add little white banners. They're little like arrows at the bottom of the page to tie in the white at the top, but it just wasn't working. I didn't like it, so instead I decided to paint. I had these little hello stickers for a long time. Like, I've had that for a long time, and they were all different colors, so I just simply painted them with white and layered them. So now instead of it saying Lazy Sunday, it says Hello Lazy Sunday, and it ties in the white at the top down to the bottom. So I was very happy with how that turned out. I really like it. It still keeps everything soft, which is my goal, is I wanted everything to be soft. So it still keeps that feeling, but it helps to tie the whole layout together in my mind. So you see, I decided I needed a few more embellishments at the top, so I add this navy blue tag. I have had this for a long time, like probably more than 5 years. I've had that for a long time, so I was happy to use that up. And you're also seeing me just corner punch this date tab, and you're not going to see the date or anything. I just wanted that hint of gray to tie in with the gray polka dot pattern paper that is off to the left there. And then I slide in my journaling, and that's it, guys. That I believe is the basis of my layout. I may add one more thing. Oh, I do. I add one more thing. I add one of these banners. I add next to that teal banner, so it kind of ties itself in, and you're going to see that. You're going to see me trim it. I was kind of picking what shade of coral I wanted to use, and then if I wanted to use the chevron versus the polka dot. But I do decide to use the chevron because it fit the best in my mind. But after that, the layout is complete. So I want to thank everyone once again so much for watching and sticking with me through all of this silly computer problems that I've been having. It's very frustrating, but I appreciate everyone's support in the matter. And I will see everyone really soon with hopefully a new process video. So thanks everyone. Bye.